So I'm going to a holiday party, so I'm going to be making pate chaud, which is a Vietnamese puff pastry, savory. So I try to save some time, and instead of making the dough fresh, I'm gonna use puff pastry, which is just as good, if not better, than doing it from scratch. So I'm going to show you how to make this today. So the British people have something very similar to this called Cornish pasty, and I'm married to a Brit, so when I was in England and had Cornish pasty, I was like, oh my gosh, you have pate chaud here? It literally tastes almost identical. So you want to start by slowly sauteing onions in oil and butter with just a pinch of salt and a tablespoon of water. This is going to add sweetness to the filling, and I'm using ground pork seasoned with salt, black pepper, sugar, mushroom powder, potato starch, fish sauce, and 1 egg yolk. Now, if you don't want to use ground pork, you can easily substitute this with ground chicken. And I also have a vegetarian version on cindylambcuisine.com. Next, you're going to do your egg wash, which is basically eggs with milk. And then for the puff pastry sheets, I love using Pepperidge Farm. Normally, this recipe makes 24 pieces. However, I'm going to a party, so I want to make mine smaller. So in this case, I'm going to be making 48 pieces. You're going to want to brush the edges with egg whites and then add at least a teaspoon of filling. My recommendation is the more filling you can put in, the better. And then you're going to want to place another square on top and gently press to seal. You can crimp the edges with the fork for a classic bakery look. The reason why I recommend you putting as much filling as possible into each piece is because with each bite, you want to have not just the pastry part, but the filling itself. Won't achieve that if you put a small portion of filling. Now brush the tops generously with the egg yolk and milk mixture, and then you're going to bake at 350 degrees for about 40 minutes until deeply golden. If they look pale, they're not ready yet. These pate chaud freeze beautifully and reheat perfectly, making them one of my favorite make-ahead pastries. See how flaky that is? So good. So flavorful that filling is. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you later.